Hi everyone, so in this video what I want to talk about is being in a relationship with someone with an avoidant attachment style. I've just made a video talking about being in a relationship with someone with an anxious attachment style. You can also find there's quite a few videos on my YouTube channel, Marianne Hanson Counselling Service, talking about the different attachment styles, but there are three main attachment styles. They are securely attached, anxiously attached, and avoidant attachment style. And we've all got an attachment type because it comes from our parenting. So someone who is an avoidant attachment type, they want love and a relationship deep down, that's what they want. But due to not believing it's possible and their childhood experiences, they don't think it will happen. So what that then means is they avoid anything to do with relationships and love. So what they might do is, in fact, how it's created is because possibly a parent was absent in their life. A parent probably was neglectful. They probably had a parent who's mentally ill or had an addiction or had to spend a lot of time in hospital. And all that means is that that parent couldn't provide consistent and meaningful love and care. So often this could also mean that the parent just wasn't in the mood. They didn't have the energy. They didn't have the time. So they would say things maybe to the child like, leave me alone. I can't deal with you right now. Or, why are you always wanting a hug? Why are you so clingy? And this could be a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old who just wants, Mum, can I have a hug? Or they just want a bit of like attention, or they want to play. And the parent might just say, leave me alone. You're too old for all of this. Stop being stupid. You know, you're independent. Go and play in your room on your own. So an avoidant parent doesn't parent in the way that that child needs, and a child doesn't understand what's going on. So then when you become an adult, you don't have an idea of what is real emotions, how should you be in relationships, but you also don't trust that other people are going to give you what you need. So what you then do is you avoid. So this leads to someone getting close to people, but when it gets too serious, they pull away. This leads to things like breadcrumbing. So this is, and I've been in relationships with people who are doing the breadcrumbing thing, where they're 1 minute they're fine, they're telling you how brilliant you are, they're really good with their messages, they're spending a lot of time around you, it feels really good, and then the next minute it feels completely different. That person starts to think, oh, this feels too comfortable. They pull away. You don't know what's going on. And this is when people do the ghosting thing. That's an avoidant person as well, because it's just too much for them. They don't know what to do. It feels like it's just too much for them, so they pull away. And it's not about conflict avoidance, it's about avoiding real emotion. It's about avoiding deep and meaningful interactions with people. So it's very difficult to navigate in a relationship. Even after you've been married, you can still be in a relationship with someone who's an avoidant, because they always have a feeling that their relationships are not going to work out. So what they say instead is, I might as well move from relationship to, if you have people who get divorced quite a lot, or people who get engaged quite a lot and then break off the engagement, or you have people who just don't seem to succeed at relationships, even though they're putting all the effort in, but then it just gets to a point where it never gets to full, someone like Katie Price, who, to all accounts, when she was at her best, everyone wanted to be in a relationship with her, but every relationship she's been in, for whatever reason, it might not be just to do with avoidant. Maybe she's got, there's other things going on. It's not just her, it's the other people as well. But when you see someone that is constantly even in lots of relationships, one after the other, or their relationships always get to a certain point and then they don't, get to marriage, or they don't succeed, there's usually a reason there. So the key is to have open conversations that lead to understanding with your partner, with the avoidant person. Be honest with them. Say things like, what's going on here? Because, we've been together quite a while, and I'm wondering, are you still thinking that I'm going to leave you every day? Or, what's going on with you? Are there some things that we need to work on? Be honest about the impact it's having on you. Provide reassurance to that person. But ultimately, you can also access couples counselling. I'd say if you have couples counselling in these situations with the avoidant and the anxious attachment style, it's not going to do any harm. Either the avoidant person is still going to probably avoid when they're in the counselling sessions. They might avoid afterwards, but it's worth a try. So what I would say is that it can be really challenging to be in a relationship with any attachment style, except for a securely attached person, but it's rare to find two securely attached people that end up meeting each other, because there isn't that many securely attached. A securely attached person is in the minority compared to an avoidant and an anxious attachment style, so you'll probably find more combinations there. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to share this with other people. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Bye.